Coming up this week on LSN Football Friday, we have a rematch of last year's 4A Division I third round as the Pearland Dawson Eagles take on the Nederland Bulldogs at Reliant Stadium. Last year was the Eagles that got the win over the Bulldogs to advance in the playoffs, but Coach Larry Newman of Nederland knows that the sting of last year's loss is still on the minds of his players.
But there's a year in between last year and now, and for both us and Dawson, I think the important thing is Dawson's still a very quality football team a year later. I want to think we are too, and the guys who are on that team might be motivated by the results of last year, but the impact that has with this contest this year, I guess, is to be determined.
For the fourth straight year, Coach Eric Wells of Pearland Dawson has his kids in the playoffs and knows he's been blessed by his players and coaches in this upstart program.
Good kids, hard-working kids that believe in us as coaching staff. Great coaching staff that were willing to roll the dice and come to Dawson when it was a brand new school, and have worked extremely hard getting the kids ready every year. Obviously, I feel like I have one of the best coaching staffs in the state of Texas.
Both teams will have dynamic players that come into Reliant, but Dawson's future Aggie James White will look to steal the show.
He's a great player. 10 times the kid that he is a player. Super leader on our team. Always in the right place at the right time. AB student. I think when he gets to Texas A&M, he's going to make a great player for Coach Shumlin as well.
For Nederland, Coach Newman knows that he will have to rely on his experienced offense to avenge the loss from last year's game.
Yeah, you got to start with Carson Raines at quarterback. I mean, guys undefeated 2 years in district. I don't know what his total record is, but there's not many losses on there. He manages their offense very well. And then Kendrick Hopkins, I don't know, he's close to 2,000 yards right now. He's been a great, I can't say surprise, but he's fulfilled expectations this year at running back.
Both teams will look to make their mark under the bright lights of Reliant Stadium with a trip to the quarterfinals of Region 3 in the 2012 4A Division I state playoffs at stake. For the LSN Football Friday, I'm Chase Hernandez.